Hello, and welcome to the Quality Podcast. I'm your host, Iris, and on today's episode, we have a guest again. It is another Friday with Friends with a recurring guest named Grom. He was on last time with Nessa. This time he is flying solo, so don't be too harsh on him. And on to the episode. Hello and welcome to the Culty Podcast, Grom. Once again, we have you on as a guest, but this time on your own.
What was the last one I was on? It was for... What was the last one?
The last one was with Nessa, recorded about like more than a year ago, and it was about urban exploring and you guys' trip to...
Narnia.
Narnia.
I wish.
Can you quickly introduce yourself for
viewers
that don't know you?
Put me on the spot.
Yes. Elevator pitch. 30 seconds. No.
What? I'm gonna need more time.
Who are you? How old are you? Where do you live?
I'm just gonna say I live in Narnia. Who am I? I'm Grom. I'm 23. And I don't know. Huh?
Where do you live?
That's a great question. New York. I live in New York. New York. Fake New York, but we don't need to get into detail with that one.
We'll see if we ever reach that topic. Hello everyone, you know me as your host. I'm Iris. I'm 25 years old. I am from the Netherlands and I study theology and am very interested in everything supernatural, cults, religion, and whatever. So that's what we mainly talk about. And today,
potatoes and pickles.
Yeah, they didn't know that yet. Potatoes and pickles. Today we have Grom on, and we're gonna talk about like aliens and stuff. But we both don't know really much about aliens and stuff, so it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be great.
Why are we talking about aliens when we don't know anything about aliens? Well, last podcast, Grom was on with Nessa at the time, and he shouted aliens a few times, like randomly. Most of them are cut out of the actual episode because it didn't make any sense, but
I think it made plenty of sense.
I'm sure you did. So I thought let's have him on and give him all the time to talk about aliens. So, what are your thoughts about aliens? Do they exist?
They do. 100%, no doubt, they do. Do I know where? No. But they're there.
And do you think they're on Earth right now?
In Miami, maybe. Have you seen that thing about in Miami with the mall?
No.
I could get into that if you want me to.
Yeah, sure.
There, like, when was it? I think it was last month. I think in December, where it was late at night at a Miami mall or somewhere in Miami at a mall, and the police reports were saying that it was what was it saying? A kid fight or whatever. But there were like 150 cop cars, and in one of the videos you see like a tall gray figure or whatever. It was entertaining. It was all over Twitter. It's unbelievable. I love it. I'm all for it.
It wasn't on my side of Twitter, so I didn't see any of it. But what did they say it was? Like a kid fight?
Like kids fighting. But it made no sense just because of how many cop cars there were. There were like, I'm not joking, there were about like 100 to 150 cop cars.
That's overkill for just kids fighting. I don't know how intense the kids over there are, but like here, maybe one or two cop cars?
Yeah,
depending on how much kids there are. Like if it's a group of 30 kids, you might want more, but that
not
seems
150.
Like overkill. That seems like overkill.
It is. It really was. I'm trying to think. I think it was like My head went to December 13th. I don't know why, but it did. I think that's a
Okay, we're
different thing.
sticking with December.
Don't stick. Don't stick. I'm probably completely wrong.
Well, it doesn't matter what exact date it was, so we're good anyway.
It does in my head.
That's fair. That's fair. Do you know any other situations where there could have been alien activity?
There
Like,
was one, but now I
stories.
can't think. I can think of like back then and then now, if you mean by that. Because I remember it was, I don't remember if it was the Air Force or whatever, but they were doing that routine flying or whatever, and then like a cylinder type, not a cylinder. No, no, not a cylinder. That's a what's the shape I'm trying to think of? I don't know, but it was like a silver UFO type looking thing, like
Yeah.
what movies and all, and it just zoomed by them. Like it was very definitive, and that's a big word for me.
That is a big word for you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. But it was because that's all you could search that up and how and everything, and they were wondering what it was. They were talking potato, and I don't know. They're out there. Do I know where? Or do they take little visits like vacations here? Maybe.
Do you think, if they exist, do you think they're smarter than us?
Oh yes. Yes. Without they got, if the movies are accurate, they got all buttons and everything. They can go invisible.
From their movies.
You never know. You don't know that.
Oh yeah. That's fair. You're right.
See? I was going to talk about. Oh no, what's it called? What's that place in Vegas? Not Vegas. Area
51?
51. I was going to say 61, but that made no sense. I want to go there, but I know I'm not allowed to. Because I'm convinced they got aliens there.
So, do you remember like the Area 51 raid?
Yes.
Where a bunch of kids and young adults and stuff stormed it, or
yes, they were going to. Yes, yeah.
And people got arrested.
Yep.
There was one guy from the Netherlands that got arrested, and he just got out of prison. So he's been in prison all this time, and he was gonna have to be in prison for way longer, I think. But I think he got out for good behavior, and because people kept like yelling his name, being like, "Let him out! Let him out!"
No.
But yeah, he's just back from America, and he's back here now. And
I mean, kudos to the people who take it seriously. Like what am I trying to say? Like are they going to like the research and everything? That's crazy.
See, I respect the people that do the research.
Yeah.
And also about that situation, like I respect actually like saying you're going there or whatever, but what I found kind of weird is that people actually showed up and also like didn't listen to authorities. Like that's a bit over the line for me. Like I respect you doing research and thinking something might be in there, but also there are people with weapons there.
But to go to the extreme and do.
Yeah.
I got you.
So there are like a lot of conspiracy theories about aliens. For example, that they made the pyramids and shit like that. Do you have thoughts about that?
It's weird. Do I think people did it? Yes. But I also maybe aliens. Because like, I'm trying to think of when they were built. Because I know it was a while ago. Did they have ladders back then? I'd imagine so. I don't know. But I feel like they did. Because it's too perfect, you know? If that makes sense. Because and they have like I don't know if they have 3. They have more, but the Great Pyramids, That is, that is very tall. Very tall for a human. No, I guess not, because we have people building skyscrapers and everything. Never mind, scratch that part.
You want me
But
to cut that out?
no, you can keep it. I don't care. It's too perfect for a human to do. Like I guess we could build skyscrapers now and everything back then, but that is too. I don't want to keep saying perfect, but it is.
But what if there were just a few scientists back in the time and like mathematicians and whatever
I mean,
that were just
maybe.
better for their time and made like everything.
Yeah, I get
Because like
maybe.
there are pictures of like you know, it's not the swings, but like there are these big towers or whatever, and people were, for the longest time, they were like they couldn't have made those, but then they found like an unfinished one that got cracked through the middle, so they couldn't finish it. But there's like a mountain with this shape because it's unfinished. So what I'm trying to say is like they thought aliens did that too, but aliens would have finished that.
Or maybe they
And
just
fix
got
it.
bored and just left.
Maybe, but I don't think that's likely. But yeah, aliens involved or not, it's very impressive they did.
No,
all
it
that.
is. Yes.
So impressive.
I want to go there one day. I want to go to what are they? The 7 great wonders of the world? The 7 wonders of the world? What are they called?
Yeah,
I want to go there.
but most of them don't exist anymore. You know that?
The old ones. Most of them, like the I know this has nothing to do with aliens, but like the Greek, like what is it called? I don't remember what it's called, but that I know that's gone. But the pyramid, what are the 7? I'll look at it later because I know the pyramids are one.
So we have the Great Pyramid of Giza. Which still exists. I think the Colossus of Rhodes, which I don't think exists. Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
Lighthouse of Alexandria. Mausoleum at the name I can't pronounce. Statue of Zeus at Olympia. Temple of Artemis at another name I can't pronounce. Those are the 7, but I think only the Great Pyramids still exist.
What am I thinking of then?
There might be modern wonders.
There are modern. I just found the modern ones.
What are those then?
Huh?
What are those then?
I'll list them off for you.
Thank you.
The Great Wall of China, the Taj Mahal, the Petra, the Colosseum. Oh gosh, Christ the Redeemer. Oh, that's in Rio de. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what this one is. I don't know how to say it, so I'll skip it for now. Machu Picchu, and then the pyramids, and then the one in Mexico. Something, it's Chichen Itza. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'll Google it and like put it on screen.
Okay.
On your face.
Oh, wow, over my face. Where is this? What is this? I don't have the effort. Oh man. But
if you could like make the 7 wonders of the world yourself, like a list, what would you put on there?
Oh, like there now. Like
yeah,
I don't build.
No, you don't have to build them. What would you, if they would make a new one right now? What do you think they should put in it?
Me, and me.
So you're the 7 wonders of the world.
Yes, I am a wonder.
Don't you think that's so?
I'm a wonder.
Okay.
Let's see. What would I put on it that isn't those? No, because I'm trying to think of things that are man-made, not actually, because I was going to say one of the volcanoes. Oh, what's the one in Iceland or Greenland? Blah, 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 blah. Blue Lagoon. I don't know why I think that's a wonder, but in my head it looks nice.
You don't have to say why. Just put them.
Keep going to actually nature. I don't know what, because I was about to say Aurora Borealis, but that's not. I'm not kidding. When I have about like 50 like nature things going on in my head, I don't know what I would make it. Hang on, we got the Great Wall, Taj Mahal, blah, that, and that. I don't know what I would put. What would you put?
I don't know if I have 7, so it's kind of unfair for me to ask you, but I would put on the water system in the Netherlands that like keeps half of the sea out of the country.
Okay.
Because that's really impressive. I don't know which currently is the one, but I just would look up the highest building built on Earth, and I would put that on there.
I think that's in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but I think. Oh, another thing about Abu Dhabi, they took the world's biggest aquarium away from us. Because it was in Georgia. It was in Georgia, and we went, but now they have it. Which it looks amazing. It looks fantastic.
That could be on the list too. So we have 3.
Yeah. It is beautiful.
What else would I put on there?
I'm still trying to think.
There's like a man-made island of luxury houses and stuff.
Oh.
It's like, I don't know, the Dutch were involved sort of with that too, on the technical side, but I don't know, I don't remember where it is. I just remember it looks really weird. But...
It looks weird. Screw it, I don't care. The Long Island duck. That's a wonder. I love that thing. It's so stupid.
The Long Island duck. I think I don't know how many we have, but it's a list. We have a list of current world wonders.
I was about to say the Statue of Liberty, but I don't know. I mean, maybe 50-50. Well, you know, it's my list. I'm putting it on there. Statue of Liberty.
You can put it on your list. You don't owe anyone an explanation. It's your list.
No, mine and only mine.
Yeah, we now have a list of world wonders, but do you also have a list of like places with like weird history or alien stories or like
Area 51?
Do you have a list of places like that?
Oh, on because a while ago I used to watch on Netflix Unsolved Mysteries. I don't know if you have that, but there were a couple episodes where it was like alien based. So I think it was Michigan or Minnesota, where there's like known to be like some sort of like UFO like sightings and weird noises. Like there was in the episode there was like a loud, like not alarm but like waning sound. And it was I was about to do the sound, but I don't know the sound. I think it was like a no, definitely not that. Definitely not that. So or whatever. But it's known to have, because I think it was like 19. It was in somewhere in the 90s, where there was a report. I think it was the 4th of July actually, where there was a lot of like calls for that sound and like in the air, the UFO and everything. It was nice. It was fun to watch. It was a nice watch. Scary, but fun. Where else? I'm trying to think if I know anywhere else. I don't know.
So, there's like this place, I think it's in Russia, but I'm not sure. They dug like the deepest hole that's ever dug, and apparently...
Is it called The Pit, or am I just thinking of a show?
People might be calling that, but probably not people in Russia.
But yeah.
But... apparently there are like theories that they stopped digging not because it got too hot or too deep and they couldn't reach it or something, but because it was they started hearing like people screaming, and apparently it was a portal to hell or something. That would be really interesting.
Oh my god, I know where that is. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what because I saw that too.
Yeah. But like, there are surprisingly many folktales and stuff like that about people digging holes and getting too deep and then discovering a portal to hell.
Yeah.
Those are all of my I want to visit those, because I mean, people call me Hellfire for a reason. I'm so curious about stuff like that.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Yes, even if it's like, it's probably not a portal to hell, if I'm being honest, but they heard something, because I think all folktales and stuff are based in some sort of reality.
No, yeah, because look at all the like I was gonna say childhood songs, but I don't know what they're called. But I'm just gonna call them that. Like look, London Bridge, you got Ring Around the Rosie, you got another one that I can't think of. Like that's all real.
So yeah, those are based on like actual crimes and, and stuff that happened. And I the same with jokes. Like a lot of the time when you joke about something, it's based on something. It's based on reality, and I think that's the same with myths. Why would there be the same myths around all over the world if it wasn't based in some kind of reality? So I'm really curious about what they actually heard.
Yes.
I'm not really good scientifically, so there could be like a scientific explanation, but I don't understand physics that much. So I'm just gonna keep it with the myths and stuff. But if anyone can explain it to me, I will believe them. Yeah.
I was going to say the wind, but I don't think that would do that.
I mean, it might, considering like it would go downwards, I think. So it would create an echo and whatever.
Yeah. I don't know what the screams or whatever were like. So maybe it was. Maybe, who knows?
Maybe there was just a bunch of mentally ill people that heard the same thing.
Or
we don't know.
Or hear me out.
I'm gonna hear you out.
That's where the aliens are living.
So the aliens are living inside of the Earth.
They could be inside. They could be all the way near Pluto. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Well, did you know there are theories that like we live on the top layer of the Earth, but that there's an entire different species of human or like aliens living inside?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Because
I think that's a far stretch, though.
I don't. Only because look at it this way. I don't know what the percentage is like for land that we've discovered or whatever that we know. We only know like 5% of the ocean. So who knows what's down below?
That's the ocean.
Yeah, but who knows what's down below underneath?
So why I find it hard to believe is like the scientists have like sort of scanned Earth and all its cores and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
true, yeah, alright, fair.
They know the temperatures.
Forgot about that.
And they've never like we have dug and we've never found anything. So I think it's a far stretch to say that they're living inside the Earth. However, they could live very close to Mars or Pluto or whatever. We don't know that.
You might be right about that. I forgot about all that stuff.
They might be living in the oceans. Fair
very
to say
true.
We don't...
Atlantis.
Do you think Atlantis existed?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Because it wasn't.
Do you think it sunk?
Do I think it's sunk? Maybe. Because I think it's in the Sahara Desert, right? Atlantis was, or near it at least. I know it was in a desert.
I'm not sure.
But have you heard of like pole? What is it called? Pole shifting pole.
Yeah, I don't know how it's called in English, but plate shifting and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So Somewhere, I'm not gonna say the Sahara. I'm gonna say a desert. I might be right with that one. I might be wrong, but if you look at like the overhead view of Atlantis or whatever, it then and then now in that desert is like almost the exact same thing, except the buildings aren't there. Like the imprints, I guess, and the water, the way it is, it looks almost identical. So I feel like it was.
So I don't think it's a far stretch to say that something like Atlantis might have existed. Because like the amount of sunken cities or like destroyed cities we find just under the surface, like people have continued to build just on existing structures.
Yeah, true.
And like, for example, I know a place in the Netherlands where there used to be like a town, but it sunk because of the amount of water there was. And now, in memory of that place, even though it was that old, they've like built an old church tower in the water where the place used to be.
Okay.
And so, like, places sink and places get destroyed by sand winds and sand hoses and stuff like that. So that could very well be something like Atlantis. Do I believe Atlantis, like all the myths and like the riches and
Aquaman.
Aquaman, like that existed? I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure about that. Aquaman.
Aquaman. He lived in Atlantis to a point. I think. I don't know.
Little Mermaid too?
Maybe. Who knows? Along with a little, what's his name? The crab guy. I don't know.
Sebastian? I don't know the English name. It's Sebastian in Dutch, but
so maybe. I don't know.
Might be
I love how we got
English.
on this now. I love that we're on this.
Maybe Walt Disney just knew where Atlantis was and went
maybe
to a deep dive and just with his like
binoculars
went to like see in the ocean and like wrote down everything that happened.
Oh man. Who knows?
So silly.
Excuse me.
Do ghosts exist? And the other question was, are you team vampire or team werewolf?
Werewolf.
Okay, werewolf. Do you think vampires ever existed?
Yes. I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to put it. I think everything existed to a point, but I wouldn't say everything.
Can you explain that?
Because there's always something spoken of, like Dracula. Wasn't he like the first vampire or whatever? I might be wrong with that one too. I don't know if he was, but there's something.
Just a story.
But he's somewhat real in my head. But
maybe he's based on someone, but
exactly.
That wasn't really because he was a vampire. That was because he was a terrible human.
Nah, yeah, okay. But I think everything exists almost. I'll go almost everything. Because there's always stories, like even back then, saying, oh, it's somebody with fangs and blood and whatever. And then you got werewolves. And then you got all like the Greek mythology stuff. Phoenixes. I love phoenixes. Those existed. Don't get me started on that one. But with the vampire, I think... Was it a lot of them? Maybe not. But... I think maybe somewhere. I don't know where I was going with it.
Dragons. Do you think they existed? Or they exist? Do you think they currently exist?
Currently, have you seen an iguana? Those things are like dragons. They are big and scary. But I don't think they currently exist now. No. I wish they did. Oh, I wish they did. I would have a pet dragon just sitting on my bed right now. Oh man.
If you didn't live on Earth and like fantasy stories were real and like we knew for sure aliens existed and whatever creatures existed.
Mm-hmm.
And you could like design your own planet and live on it. What creatures would be on there?
Oh, a phoenix. Dragons. I'm trying to think of other things.
Bigfoot? Would Bigfoot be on there?
You know, that's one thing I'm not sure about. But
You
if
don't know if Bigfoot
I know,
exists.
maybe because a yeti is technically like a Bigfoot, the abominable snowman or whatever the heck they're called.
Yeah.
I think, you know what? Maybe I do think they are. It would be. Yeah, I would put Bigfoot on that planet. I see. Now I'm just going with like supernatural stuff.
You can't go with that.
I was gonna say a skinwalker, but those things are scary and creepy. I don't like those things.
You don't have to put them if they're too scary.
No,
Just leave them on Earth.
Yes. Leah, send them. I don't know. I was gonna say send them to Pluto. What else would be there? I'm trying to think like the Tooth Fairy.
That's a good one.
Lose a tooth, get money. Sign me up. I wish I was.
Do you think fairies exist? Like there are stories of like, for example, in Ireland of Scotland, where like you don't mess with the fairies or fairy circles. And do you think
I've
that's
heard
real?
about that. I'm gonna be honest. I never thought about that. Like if
Okay.
fairies existed or if they're out there. I never thought. I don't know why.
Because it's probably not close to the mythology that you heard growing up.
Yeah.
You did like fairy tales also don't. Yeah. Like fairies don't come back much in American mythology.
Mm-hmm.
They do a bit like
to a yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Like to a point, like it's 50-50 with it.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on like where you're from here. You'll hear more
and what stories you grew up with.
Yeah.
Did you grow up like being read fairy tales and stuff before bedtime, or?
Yes and no, not really. I'd say like the ones I mainly heard were the Goldilocks, the Three Little Pigs, the what's the Jack and the Beanstalk? Is that a fairy tale? I don't think it is. Now I'm saying
don't know because I also didn't grow up with the English version, so I might not know the titles.
But we're gonna say it's not. But I get mainly those two, really, the Goldilocks and Three Little Pigs. There's one more, but I can't think of it. I don't even know what it's about.
I grew up on like a lot of the Grimm fairy tales, the Brothers Grimm.
I don't know what that is.
We had like big fairy tale books. The Grimm brothers bundled a lot of the folk tales that were in that area, and a lot of Disney stories are based on the Grimm fairy tales and other fairy tales like that.
Okay, yes.
So it's like the darker stories, the ones that American mom associations would be like, you don't read that to your children, you're crazy.
Oh
no. I grew up on those. Like they were much darker. I was gonna give an example, but I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yes, that one I was about it. Okay.
There are versions of that where she gets kissed and wakes up, but with Grimm, they drop the casket and the piece of apple just shoots out because of that.
What the?
instead of her being kissed. Like, it's crazy.
I
I
I
grew up
was
on
gonna
those.
say that I thought that the seven dwarfs were mean. I don't know why I thought that. I don't think that's true.
No, I don't think they were mean.
I don't know.
I, maybe there's the version that they were mean. Like, the all of the fairy tales are based on multiple different versions of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So this was most of it wasn't written down. It was just spoken stories.
Spoken, yeah.
So if you remembered it differently, you were gonna tell it differently to your children. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just really interested by fairy
You're good.
tales because like it's crazy.
Because people have different like stories with it.
Yeah. And we're going back to aliens. If aliens exist, what do you think they look like? What is the best version of it?
I could go with the really basic one with the say green, tall, and whatever, but I don't know. What do I think they'll look like? Tall, maybe. Maybe tall, maybe like us. Maybe like some, like tall, like small, medium, tall. Maybe like that. But I don't know, slimmer, maybe?
Do you think they would be able to like blend in with us? Like pretend to be human?
I think so, just because the technology they have. Because it's very advanced, so I wouldn't be surprised if they could do that. Ow. Just banged my knee.
So there are also there are a bunch of like crazy conspiracy theories, and a lot of them like their origins aren't really nice. For example, there's a lot of anti-Semitism in them, and so, for example, one of the conspiracy theories is about lizard people, and a lot of like kings and queens and people high in power are believed to be lizard people.
Oh,
And
I know. Okay.
do you think there's any truth in that?
Maybe a slight truth. I don't. Cause I've never thought because
Okay,
but
okay.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't. It's one that gets brought up a lot. I don't think there's any truth in that.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
do think that if aliens exist, they would try to like connect
Blend.
with people high up,
Yes.
but I don't think lizard people exist.
Hmm.
If you were able to like visit a planet where you knew there were aliens, would you do it?
Would I
Being like,
do it?
"Hi, we're the humans. We
I'm
just
gonna
want to
be
talk."
honest. I probably not. I wouldn't do well in a rocket. I would not do well. Like, would it be cool? That's the thing. Because I want to go to. Well, do I want to go to space? I don't. I do and I don't. Because I just want to see what it's like. But I don't want to go through all of that to go. But I don't think I would go to a
If
planet
going
to
to
see an alien.
space was as easy as getting on a train, would you do it?
Yes. Maybe.
Okay.
Possibly. High chance. Very high chance I would.
And if that was the case, would you then also visit an alien planet?
Maybe. Yeah. Mars. I feel like
Would
Mars
you visit
has.
Mars?
I would go to Mars. I would go to
Mars is
Mars.
really hot.
It's fine. I'll put wrap myself in ice cubes.
They will be melted before.
No. I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something.
You will come up with something just like you would come up with like the self-charging headphone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For the people watching, there's like an inside joke where Grom was trying to come up with like an idea for headphones, and it ended up with like headphones being able to self-charge without having a battery. and he's
No.
chilling
With having a battery, but
with
like
having that.
this side
It's
one battery,
self-charging.
this side another battery. When this side dies, turn this off, charge. Turn this side on.
A
And then boom.
self-charging battery on both sides.
Yes.
Okay, has been some progress in his idea about this. But,
Yes, I've been thinking long and hard about it.
So it is his idea. Don't steal it and don't patent it.
Yes.
It's his.
My idea only.
So yeah, some inside jokes you will not understand, but to us it's really funny.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Is there like a movie or a story or whatever you'd want to be in? Like live the life, like Spider-Man. Would you want to be Spider-Man in real life? Be able to swing or Avatar?
There is. Because in my head I was thinking something with zombies, but like how is Zombieland? Have you ever seen Zombieland?
No, I don't think so.
I would. Yeah. What kind of zombie movies have you seen? Have you seen zombie movies?
I've seen the really, really messy, not good ones. I've seen Warm Bodies. They're basically short. This is the movie. Like, zombies are taking over the earth. There are a few humans left. They try to like kill all the zombos, and at some point a zombie saves her because he's like a zombie but not really, like he still has his morals. And
Interesting.
they fall in love, and in the end they manage to unzombify everyone because of love.
Because of love.
And humanity. And
Interesting.
be nice. So, yeah, it's not the best movie. I watch it when I feel shitty to feel less shitty.
Yeah, okay.
What other zombie movies have I watched? I've not seen many. Honestly, I only
Have you seen Resident Evil?
Games. Maybe?
Okay.
Probably not.
I'm trying to think of like big zombie movies. World War Z.
No,
I've never seen it either. Don't worry.
But yeah, you want to be in a world where zombies exist.
Maybe, yeah. But then you said the Spider-Man things. Like, I want to be Spider-Man. I want to be Tony Stark. I want to be Iron Man.
You know what universe I want to be in?
What?
Avatar.
Yes.
The like not the movie with the blue people, but
glad you said it, not me. that would be cool.
My favorite.
That would be cool.
I would want to fly an Appa and
yes,
be
hang
a
out with
waterbender.
Momo. If you were to be a bender, what kind of bender would you be?
Waterbender.
Water.
Yeah, or Avatar, but like everyone wants to be Avatar, but I do want to be a waterbender.
Fire.
Maybe a bloodbender.
Oh boy. You would have too much fun with that one.
Oh my gosh. I'd only do it on the villains.
I would be a firebender, I feel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. My cabbages. I'd be the cabbage guy.
I love Avatar. I wouldn't mind if, like, in real life we would be able to bend.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would love that.
I would just want to experience, like, I don't know if you've ever seen Lucifer.
I watched it. I wasn't big on it.
Grom, we'll have to reconsider our friendship now.
What? What does that mean?
I don't know if we can be friends if you're not a fan of Lucifer.
Just
kidding.
I watched a couple. I watched a few. I watched a good amount of episodes. I watched like 7. That's a good amount, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know. I wasn't big on it.
I'd want to experience like angels and demons.
Supernatural. Have you ever seen Supernatural?
I've seen a few episodes.
I would be in that. I would love to.
Me too. Just to see shit actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just see us walking with like our spirit boxes and shit, being like,
Hello there.
are you here?
How is everything today?
We'd be a great ghost hunter team.
Oh, 100%. I'd be the bait. Everyone else would be behind me.
You said it. It wasn't me this time.
Oh, man. I want to do that, though, in real life. I want to go, like, ghost hunting, so to speak.
I'd want to do that too. And, like, we have buildings that are old enough. There's, like, Europe, old buildings and shit. But we don't have a lot of abandoned places. And I don't just want to go into a hospital with my spirit box being like, hello, I'm gonna hunt your spirits.
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Oh, no.
Please stop talking because I'm trying to talk to the spirits.
Yes. Oh,
that would be bad. But if we ever actually meet up, we should go ghost hunting together.
No, yes, 100%.
Or at least like urban exploring.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. As we've said before, I'm not able to do that really here, and you guys have so much opportunity.
We have a lot of places here.
Yeah.
Oh, too many.
I used to have like a list of all the places I wanted to visit in America, and now that we're talking about it, I can't come up with anything. I'm like, oh, I don't know where I want to go. Probably some asylums.
There's one by me. Very hard to get into and very secured, but there's have you ever heard of Queen Mary, the boat, the giant like cruise ship or whatever it is?
Yeah.
I want to go there.
I've watched a lot of BuzzFeed Unsolved when Ryan and Shane were still on there.
Yes.
I've like watched all their seasons multiple times, and I basically want to visit all of their locations.
Yes, I would love that.
With the exceptions of like in one of the last seasons, I think they went to one of their friends' houses and stuff. That would be awkward if I just showed up there being like, I'm gonna rid you of your ghost hunting. No. Hello, I'm Iris. I run a podcast and I'm gonna help you.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna do an exorcism on you.
Oh boy.
I think they would call the cops on me.
No.
There's a mentally unstable person here. Her English sounds weird. She might not be American. Do you have anything you wanna know my opinion on?
Did I ask you what you think on aliens?
I don't know if you did.
Well, what do you think?
What do I think about aliens? I think they do exist. In my opinion, it would be weird if like we have this big universe
and we're the only ones here.
We're the only livable planet.
Yep.
I think that would be weird. Do I think all aliens are smarter than us? I think there are a few that are way smarter than us. I think there also might be life on other planets, aliens, that is like in its beginning stages, with like less evolution as us, so they might still not even be on land.
Yeah.
But one thing I've thought a lot about is like a lot of scientists base like how livable a planet is for aliens on the amount of oxygen there is on a planet. What I find really interesting is what if aliens are existing on a totally different atom or like
universe?
Totally different substance. Like, what if they don't need oxygen, but they live on like I'm not good with English, so I don't know what they would live on, but like
I'm trying to think.
like, what if they don't need oxygen? So we've like excluded a bunch of planets because they don't have oxygens. But in the meantime, they're like aliens partying on that planet because they're like, the humans haven't found us, the crazies haven't found us because they think we live on oxygen. That would be like, it would be funny.
I like the sound of that.
I think scientists probably consider that question too, like, what if they don't exist on oxygen? And once again, I'm not much of a scientist. I don't understand science much. There's a reason I study theology and not science. So someone can tell me anything and I will believe them. If it sounds reasonable.
Yeah, no, yes.
Do I think aliens exist? Yes. Do I think they're currently on Earth? I don't know about that. I think we're crazy enough that they wouldn't want anything to do with us. Considering we're like basically ruining anything we find. So, have they been here? Maybe.
I think they have, at least.
I don't know if they've been on the planet. I think they've definitely observed us from the sky.
Oh, where was it? I think it was a BuzzFeed Unsolved thing. Or not, or the Unsolved Mysteries, what they have now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that or the other one. I don't know if it was them. But I think it was in Russia, too. Or somewhere near there, where there's like a wooded area. And supposedly a UFO, like, it landed, but around, like, it was... How do I explain this? It was a circle, obviously, but the trees near the thing were not touched or whatever, but the trees around the circle, they were like all burnt down, falling off, and everything.
That's weird. I think I've heard something about that.
That's why I feel like they have been here for that reason, and there's all the other reasons.
Yeah, they might have landed. Yeah. There probably have been some crash landings too, because weird shit has been found. What I find interesting is that sometimes, like the countryside, you've got a bunch of claims of like cows being abducted.
Yes,
and I'm like, what did they specifically want with cows? Because you only ever heard about cows.
Yeah.
And what I think is like, once they've researched the cows, wouldn't they want to move on to chickens or something? But you never heard about a bunch of chickens being abducted. It's always the cows.
Only.
What are they doing with the cows? What are they doing with the cows?
I don't know.
And it's always the cow farmers too that complain about it. And I'm like, but why not chickens? They're like little dinosaurs.
Those things are obnoxious.
Why not pigs? They eat everything. It would be really interesting to research that. Why always the cows? What are you doing with our cows?
I tell her. I wish I knew the answer. Oh man, things to think about.
Every episode, I ask my guests two things. And since you're my guest, I'm gonna ask you these two things.
Okay.
Question 1: do you want to promote anything that you're doing? Do you want to promote any friends? Do you like social media, whatever? If not, that's also okay.
I mean, I just want to say my Twitter and Kick and TikTok, but I don't even know what my Twitter and TikTok are. What are my Twitter and TikTok? From _'s TikTok. Twitter, I think it's _Grom. It's _Grom, and then Kick is get a Grom.
Thank you. I will also.
You're welcome.
Put those on or around his face, so you can check it out. The second question is, I'm gonna introduce the question in a bit of a longer format. I watched a YouTube channel which is named Cults to Consciousness, and Charlize is the host, with her husband, and they invite people that like have survived cults for real, and like she does the thing that I want to do with this podcast. So I love her to pieces. But every episode she ends with like a listen Linda, and she asks the guests, what's your statement, what do you want to tell the world, what's your message? So I do my own thing that is kind of similar, and I ask my guest, Grom, what is your message to the world? What do you want to tell the world today?
Just love people, I guess. No, there's no need to be, come on, brain. You don't need to be negative around people. There's no point. Don't waste your energy on it. Just love people and coincide. I think that's the right word.
Thank you. That's a really good one. My message for the world today is keep and protect your own boundaries. Don't let people cross it because they're friends or family. Protect yourself, but in that also make sure you don't harm other people with your beliefs or your intentions or whatever. So keep yourself and other people safe. Thank you for being my guest.
Yeah, anytime, you know that.